there's a news server with the name AIOE.org. I like this one because you don't have to log on, you can just use it. And it has groups. It's a server and it gives out free space to different groups. And let's say this group over here, let's say this is the MongoDB group. And this one over here is the sci.electronics.design group. So you have different groups on this server, and each one of them has put posts on here that you can read. So what I want to do is I want to access this server and then access one of these groups, see the list that they have, and maybe open up one of their posts for reading. That's our goal. So let's write our program to see these posts. First thing I do is I need that library. So from nntp lib import star. nntp lib stands for Network News Transfer Protocol. Network News Transfer Protocol library. So I'm going to import this entire library. Then I'm going to say s, my server, will equal nntp, the function in that library, and I'm going to give it the name of the server I'm contacting, AIOE.org, single quote, close parens, and I hit enter. So what have I said so far? I'm importing this library, I'm contacting this server, and I'm assigning the return value to S. So I'll be able to, S will be representative of the connection to this guy. Alright, that sounds good so far. Now I'm going to contact the sci.electronics.design group now. But when I do that, this guy's going to return 5 variables to me. I'm not going to use all of them, but I still have to have those variables to catch the returned values, or it's going to get very angry at me. So the first variable I'll call C. Did we connect? And then the count. That's the count of the posts that are going to be in this group. Now the number of the first article, I'll call that NF. That's a good name. And the number of the last article, call that NL. That's also a good name. And the name of the article, NA. That's a good name too. Now, I'm going to set that equal to something. Line continuation character. And it's going to, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to say server S. There's a group that I want you to contact on AIOE.org. Which group is that? And the name of the group is sci.electronics.design. Single quote, close parens, hit enter. Wow. I just made that. Let me make that a little bit bigger. So, I imported this library, contacted this server, assigned it to S, and I said, S, there's a group on this server called sci.electronics.design. Contact that guy. Now, he's going to return 5 pieces of data that's going to come into here and get caught in there. Good. So now what would you like to do? Well, I'd like to get a list of all the subjects from this news group. And the way I'll do that is to use the xhdr function. But xhdr is going to return 2 items, so we got to catch them. The first one will be caught in my good old variable C. And the other one is going to be the subject name. So subject, that's a good name. And that's going to be equal to something. S, I want you to use xhdr to get all the subjects that are that are listed out in this group. So repeat that again. The server is going to use HDR to get a list of all the subjects in this group. That's what it's going to do. So I'm going to see subject, and well, what do I want to do now? I want to get everything from the very first to the very last. So what will I do? On continuation character, here I'm going to say, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to take NF. Oh, it's going to come in as a number, and I don't want a number, so turn it into a string. Now I got to put this in parens. Okay, make a string out of the NF. That was the number we received up here. That's the number of the first post. Now I want to concatenate that guy. Because it's a string, I can do it with the dash sign. Really? And I'm going to concatenate that with the string of version of the number of the last post. Now I got to have matching quotes here. 1, 2, and I think I'm done. Let's check this. I'm use XH header to get the subject. Okay, from where to where? From the, well, get the number of the first article, turn it into a string, through the number of the last article, turn it into a string. So from here to there, from the beginning to the end, I want you to get all the subjects and return them to the appropriate variables over here on the left. And the system says, okie dokie, I'll do that, no problemo. Now, I want to run through that subject material and print them all out. I'll need a good variable for that. Let's make a loop. For x in subject, because subject has a list of all of these subjects that are in this group. Do you want all of them? It could be a lot. Let's get the first 20. Open square brackets, 1:20. Close squares, colon. This is what I want you to do. Print out every x. That should do it. I think that should do it. Let's do file, save, and rngs.py. This should do it. The crowd is tense. They press vote. Oh, the parade of hits. There they go. The subject of 20 posts have been printed out. For the group that we targeted over here, the scientific electronics design. Well, let's look at these names. Spoof letter. Obamacare for self-employed. That doesn't sound like scientific electronics. Who's putting these posts up here? Oh no. Alternative business model. Standard telephone jack. Okay, I like that. Obama website. Oh my goodness, what is this? Standard telephone jack? Okay, standard telephone jack. Obama. What is this? Oh my goodness. Somebody's confused and putting up posts that are not relevant to the subject matter, but okay, it happens. Okay, well, it worked. We were able to read the subjects and print them out onto the screen. And that's pretty much all I want to talk with you about today. Thanks so much for listening. This is George Boole. Bye-bye.